Yo, I'm Conrad. Here's my truck. So, we'll just go over the outside and then, I don't know, I'll go from there. So, grill, a little bubbly, but, and yeah, kind of held together a little bit with zip ties. Previous owner did this. I haven't touched it, but she's on there solid. New headlight housings, LED bulbs. I have them adjusted pretty good too. Makes a big difference. So these wheels were really crusty before. I spent like an hour polishing each of them and they turned out pretty good. I think if a guy spent another hour, they'd turn out even better. These Toyos, they're 35s, 315, 75, 16. I have bought them literally 1,000 or so miles ago. Little rust here on the fender, and then a little bit on the back of the start of the bed too. Probably should do something with the door. I think that the hinge pins probably need to be done. The door kind of doesn't seal 100% right. Doesn't really get water in there, but it's just not how it's supposed to be. This is a little rusty too. Under there, it's pretty good, but the little molding needs new molding. Here's the bed. Not perfect. I think someone had fender flares on it at one time. Not really sure. The big thing that sucks about the back of this thing is the guy had a fifth wheel, or a gooseneck, and I think he didn't tell me, but I think it came loose and hit here because if you see, it's pushed in decently, and this is obviously pretty smoked. And then there's a nice dent right here on the top corner of the cab, which sucks. No rust or anything up there, but just a dent. This leaks a little bit of water into the inside, but it's really not that bad. It really never fogs up on me or anything like that. But all in all, the bed is definitely the weak spot. I'm gonna clean it out a little better, but you know, pretty rough in here. The guy used it as like a wood truck and other things before me, so it's just kind of, you know, a little rough. It's got some old airlift helper springs or bags on it. They're still solid. They're a little cracking, and I think, the focus, there you go. They're cracking a little bit, but they work good. I have them at 15 PSI right now. That's why I like to run them at. New taillight housings, both sides. Bumper's all right. Classic broken tailgate. So this is kind of annoying, but basically previous owner did some sort of repair here. I don't know exactly what happened, but this little mounting or pivot little point is a little further out than it's supposed to be. He told me it was just bushings. It is not just bushings. I bought new ones, and so you got to kind of get the tailgate in the right spot. See, not in the right spot. That's kind of a bitch to do one hand. Oh, there we go. Boom. There she goes. So that's what it is. Taillight. I just polished the end of this exhaust to make it look a little better. It's kind of old. Not too bad, but definitely not new. It does have new rear shocks. They're a little crusty because I went wheeling, but new Bilsteins in the back, pretty good. The rear drums are super solid. I just cleaned them out and adjusted them. A little bit of surface rust on here. This side of the bed, similar story. Frame super solid though. I mean, there ain't no rust on this thing. Really good. It's awesome. This is my first gen, or sorry, my first second gen, and I don't know what it has for a lift. I feel like that's definitely a lift block on the back, and I think it has 3-inch lift up front. I don't know though. I couldn't tell you for sure, but it does have Fox shocks up front. They're pretty old, not super old, but came with the truck when I got it over a year ago. I didn't ask when they were replaced. It has aftermarket front control arms, which is cool. What else? Oh, the previous owner, I think, lifted it, but he didn't put extended brake lines on. I haven't put them on yet, but I have them, and you get them because they won't be needed on your truck. But and it should get the extended brake lines, because at full droop, there is some tension on those lines. This door's solid. Yeah, nothing too crazy. We'll go to the inside now. So I've never cleaned it, to be completely frank with you. Doors solid. These work. So power lock on that side works. Boop, boop. Not on this side. It just needs the actuator. I run an auto repair shop. I diagnosed it. It's an actuator. I just didn't want to spend $200 on one, because I can just lock it from here and then lock it from there. So yeah, needs one of those. I think it has new, like late model 2nd gen mirrors. They're manual, so this doesn't do anything, but they're clean. They're tow mirrors. They do the thing. So when I got the truck, the previous owner put a new starter and a new alternator in it, because they thought that was the issue it was having, but that is not the issue. The issue that they were experiencing was intermittent no start and flickering headlights. This switch was bad, and this connector was bad. I fixed this connector, and I replaced this switch, and it's all good. When I took it apart, steering column, RIP steering column. These buttons have never worked. Probably needs a clock spring. Dash is solid. No cracks. That's my lucky rock. Missing cup holder. So transfer case shifter. This is the posi lock, to lock in the front axle. Works really good. No problems with that. Center console. A little crusty, but works great. Got a parking ticket in there. The seats are rough. So the foam is good. So it's a comfy place to be, but it doesn't even have a lower seat cushion. This side does, and it has the ugliest seat cover ever. But the seats work as they're supposed to, and they're comfy, but it definitely needs something here. Back seat, sorry, I got some stuff back here, but back seat's solid. Sweet. This doesn't work. I've never tried to use it. My trailer has brakes, but I don't really use the brakes very much. I've never tried using it. I would assume it does not work though. Here she is. We got a working little work light there. Pretty cool. Anyway, one Optima battery. This thing is from 2014. It's still testing super good. She's a champ. This one I replaced. It died on me. So we got the upgraded turbo from I think it's the last year of a 24 valve. Got a turbo blanket on it. Got a K&N intake. Honestly, the intake situation could be improved, but it works. Sorry for saying a lot. Got a vacuum tree on here, basically with the posi lock. The only thing that runs off the vacuum is the HVAC. So it has this, I didn't really realize that when I was setting this up. And so you could run some more vacuum on it, but literally vacuum inlet, vacuum outlet to HVAC. You don't need this block, but the block's here. So you can put more things for vacuum if you're looking to. This is all solid. So this is something that is a problem that I need to fix or not fix, not sure yet, but basically I got a small fuel leak at this line right here. I have the whole line assembly, haven't installed it yet, and I have new seals for the delivery valves. The other thing is, here's a fresh alternator. The water pump leaks only on cold starts. So I have the new water pump, so I'm putting that in for you. I just haven't done it yet. So we're gonna go down below. this fuel leak makes it look really bad down there, but it really doesn't leak that much oil at all. I resealed the vacuum pump and it has a brand new power steering pump. That's cool. We'll go down under now. All right, so it has a Synergy tie rod kit. It's the old version though that still uses tie rod and track bar, but it uses the old style track bar design, not the bushing style, the U-joint or the ball joint style. No play in anything, which is good. There is no play in the ball joints. There is a little bit of play in these front U-joints on both sides. A little bit, not bad. It's hard to do when it's on the ground. Yeah, it ain't gonna do anything. But yeah, there is a little bit of play on those U-joints. It needs new U-joints. This is a long video. All right, there's the posi lock. So there's the breather and the cable that goes to the little thing you pull on the interior. That's a connector for the 4-wheel drive light. I hastily installed this for a wheeling expedition, as you can tell. It should, you just need to cut the connector off and bolt it to that if you're interested. You'll see the drive shaft's off. It's being rebuilt right now. So, yeah, it should be done on Monday, but I'm waiting for the drive shaft. 4-wheel drive works. I just blew up the U-joints on the drive shaft, and so I'm getting it fixed. This is diesel from that pump leak. That shaft right there, the front output shaft for the transfer case, could use a seal, and I believe the majority of the oil leaks are coming from the rear main. Unfortunately, the rear, it doesn't go through that much. Really, oil doesn't leak that much. I top it off once or twice between oil changes. It's really not that major. Me and my buddy welded up this downpipe. The one that the vehicle came with had a flex joint that blew out and it's pissing me off, so we welded up a downpipe. It has full, I believe that's a 4-inch, fuck, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's a 4-inch downpipe, and it's full 4-inch, and then it goes to 5-inch here. And I think it has a 5-inch tip. The last thing I want to show you, worth noting, is the pump. This thing's new. It's fucking sick. It's a 140 gallon per hour. It was a total pain in the ass to install, but it is in. Oh, that's right. Well, I guess I'll get you a little start video, but the fuel level gauge doesn't work, and the airbag light's on. Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked earlier, but one of the other reasons why the previous owner put a starter and a battery in it is because of this problem. Trucks in park won't start. I put a new neutral safety switch in it and didn't fix it. The problem is the transmission range sensor, which detects the gear also. So it always starts once you just put it in neutral. Or 90% of the time it will start in park. If it doesn't start in park, pop it in neutral, she fires it. But yeah, gas gauge doesn't work. I just fill her up. She got a 35 gallon tank. I fill it up every 350 to 400 miles.